right, good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock, and I believe it's starting on time so that the latecomers just get here when they get here, right? So, howdy. My name is Chris Gable. I'm the director of TEEX's Infrastructure Training and Safety Institute, which is one of the 4 divisions of TEEX that hosts this Line Worker Academy. We also have a law division, Law Enforcement Protective Services, Emergency Services, which is fire, EMS, those sorts of things. We also have cybersecurity and business development. So welcome to class number 25. These 19 young gentlemen sitting in front of me have been here how long? 15 weeks. No blood, right? Little sweat, maybe? Any tears? You can be honest. Kenny's saying yeah over there, right? But y'all put your heart and soul into it, right? And that's what got you here today. We're very proud for you to be here today. We're proud to celebrate this day with you and your families and our distinguished guest. If you don't mind, if you so choose, please join me in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we're gathered here today to celebrate this accomplishment of these gentlemen seated before us. We ask blessings over this gathering. We ask blessings over these gentlemen as they head out into the world. They will depart here and enter the next phase of life. Please bless them, guide them in their job search and careers. Bless those that have joined us in person and both online. Thank you for them, and please provide safe travels. Thank you to our staff and for our staff and their ability to teach and mentor these folks as they come in on this new path to becoming a lineman. In Jesus' name I ask, amen. Thank you. Just a few things before I turn you over to Mr. Will Stokes. You've come in with a want and a will to do something better, right? Do something better for your families and make life better for all. Why did you choose line work? One of you got a reason, I'm sure, right? Mom said I had to, what? Money? Okay. Looks cool? Adventure? Sounds scary as heck to me, guys. I'm just saying. Couldn't stay in college. There we go, right? Got to find something that works for you, but it's a phenomenal career. I spent many years in the fire service, and a lot of times I couldn't do my job until you guys showed up to do your job. And then we think about every time the lights go out in our house, I had to buy a whole home generator because it drives my wife crazy, right? Power goes out. We were out 6 days during the winter storms a few years ago, and that just rocks your world, right? But you guys, similar to you, our co-op was out there in that nasty weather, all that horrible time, getting us, taking care of us. And that's what you guys are going to adventure out and do. Maybe nights, maybe muddy, maybe ugly, maybe cold, hot, sweaty, rainy, whatever it is, but you're doing it for a reason, and that's to help others, right? We talk about integrity on day one when you first come in. I encourage that. I encourage you to continue on that path. One thing you're going to get today is what's called a challenge coin. And I don't know if everybody knows what a challenge coin is. It's became real big, started in the military. Well, actually, it started back in the Roman Empire, King Louis XIV, and it was a way of exchanging something for goods, right? Then it goes back to World War I, World War II, Vietnam. But what it signifies is a membership or belonging to something. You belong to something bigger than yourself. You're going to receive one of those today. And a lot of organizations will use those to trade them. I have a ton of coins from fire departments all across the country in my office. If you want to stop by and see those, a lot of us do. But it's one of those things that says, you know what, I'm bigger. I'm part of something bigger. And then a lot of times, if you all go out and you run into each other at the bar and somebody lays theirs on the coin, guess who's buying? The guy who doesn't have his in his pocket. So take care of that. Take care of that. It's also going to be in your certificates of completion as well. And before I wrap up, I just highly encourage you to volunteer, be the first to say I'm willing, but remain humble. Don't be that guy that knows it all. You're going to enter into a rough and tough industry, right? These guys are tough, rough. They've been doing this job for a long time, and it may not be easy sailing, but prove yourself. You got what it takes. These guys have got you ready to move into that world, so use that. Okay? All right, I do want to, besides all you, we have some special guests here today from TEEX. Mr. Len Jenisek in the back. Lenny, raise your hand. Lenny just retired after 20 years with Teeks back in December, wasn't it? Yeah, December 31st, and he was the training manager over this program. He was involved with this program for 20-plus years. So we're glad to see Len back. He's slimming and trimming up, so retirement's doing you good, right? Yeah, doing good. We got our marketing director, Miss Casey Ellis. Where did Kaylee go? Kaylee Carter sitting down back there with our student education services. Y'all saw her a lot, didn't you? She take care of you? Don't tell her. She'll beat you up if she did. And many other distinguished guests. But it takes a crew. It takes a whole group of folks to make this academy go off. And we're very pleasured and glad that everybody showed up to attend. So now, without further ado, I'm going to shut up and turn you over to Mr. Will Stokes, who's the training manager over our electric power program.
Good afternoon, everyone. Along with what Chris was saying, there's a few people I'd like to help recognize that, especially for you guys. One of the things that you kind of take for granted sometimes are the people behind the scenes that make all of this stuff work. So Miss Christie, who has helped us out so much with the graduation and stuff, has been helping all along since Miss Lori moved over to law. And we lost her, but she's moved on to bigger, better things. But both of these ladies have helped us out with graduation and helped out in getting you here, being a part of your entire time you're here as well. Again, marketing, customer service, the people that you talked with in the very beginning when you were trying to get into school and things, all of those people have had a huge part in getting you here. And then, of course, I want to recognize, if it's all right, I'd like to recognize our training coordinator, Mr. Kevin Moore. Without Kevin, we can't do what we do. One of our lead instructors, Mr. Kenny Lehman. And then John Blaylock, one of our new instructors, who's just been here with us for a few weeks. So he's got to experience the tail end of this, kind of get an idea of how things go and stuff, and bigger, brighter things in the future. Now, what I want to do is I want y'all to recognize someone. I want y'all to do me a quick favor. I'd like for you to stand up, please. I want you to turn around, and I want you to find your families. Yeah, I probably should have been a little more specific in that, but guys, without them, none of us are here. None of us are succeeding. So please take this moment, give them a big round of applause. All right, you can be seated. So, gentlemen, in 15 weeks, you've been through a lot. There's been some ups, there's been some downs, there's been some struggles, there's been a lot of successes, right? And we're on the road to doing what? Becoming a lineman. However, I want you to be more than a lineman. I'm glad to be standing in front of y'all today, talking with y'all. I'm honored. You've put in the work, you've sweated, you've been through tests. You've probably asked, do I have what it takes to make it through these 15 weeks? And you kept going anyways. That matters. But I'm going to tell you something. Graduating from the Lineman Academy does not make you a lineman. What it does is it gives you an opportunity. From here on out, you're not showing what you've learned. You're proving who you are. The trade's going to test you, every bit of you. Every part of you. It's going to test your body, your mind, your fortitude. Early mornings, long hours, bad weather, heavy, hard work that a lot of people in this world cannot do. You're going to run to it. But what catches most guys off guard, if they don't know, is it doesn't just test your strength. It tests your attitude when you're tired, your character when no one's watching, and your discipline when it would be easier to do the job and cut corners. You can be a strong person on a crew and still wash out if you're not dependable. Out there, nobody cares what you say or who you say you are. They care about what and how you show up every day. That matters. Safety is not a word. It's a responsibility. You're stepping into a trade that does not give second chances. Electricity doesn't care if you're new, doesn't care if you had a bad day, it doesn't care if you're in a hurry or any kind of a rush. If you do not respect it, it can harm you or hurt you or worse. So hear me, listen to me when I say this. It's not about compliance, it's about accountability. It's about doing the right thing. You're not responsible just for yourselves, you're responsible for the guy that works next to you. If something doesn't look right, what do? We say something. If you don't understand something, what do? We ask. He never was afraid to ask a question, the greatest compliment of your career. There's no pride in pretending you know what you don't know. There's pride in going home at the end of the day to the ones who care about you and making sure that the people on your crew do the same. Your reputation is going to be built fast. In this trade, your reputation travels faster than you do. Your reputation started the day you walked across a parking lot in Bryan, Texas, to a hangar to put on your first pair of gaffs. Within a few weeks on a job, people are already going to know if you can work hard, if you can listen, if you complain. They'll know what type of person you are, what type of man you're going to be, if you can be trusted. You don't build a reputation by talking. You build it by doing. You've all learned that here. Show up early, stay engaged, ask questions, do the small things right. Always own your mistakes. Do the right thing when nobody's watching. Because you are going to make mistakes. We all have. Everyone does. There's no way around it. The difference is good men own it. Weak men hide it. I've come to know each and every one of you in 15 weeks. There's no weak man sitting in front of me. Stay humble. You don't know anything yet. I'm not saying that to knock y'all down or anything, but I say it to protect you. Right now, you've got some knowledge, and that's awesome. That's great. But out there, you're starting from scratch. Some guys you'll work under, they've earned that place, some of them the hard way. If you come in thinking that you've got it all figured out, you're going to have a rough time and possibly a rude awakening. Listen to those who came before you. Listen more than you talk. Watch everything. Watch every man. You can learn something from every person. Ask questions at the right time. And when someone corrects you, take it. Don't fight it. They're trying to help you. Because one day, you'll be the one teaching someone else. And how you act will shape the kind of man they and you become later. Being a good lineman, though, it isn't enough. This is the part that I really care about. You can be a great lineman, but still struggle in life. I've seen it. I've lived it. Guys who could build anything, fix anything, climb like a rabid spider monkey, get to the top faster than anybody, look better doing it and stuff, but they couldn't hold a relationship. They couldn't hold their anger. They couldn't stay out of trouble. So I'm telling you now, don't aim to be just a good lineman. Aim to be a good man. That means you do what you say you're going to do. It means you treat people with respect even when they don't deserve it. You handle your money like an adult. You take care of your body. You take care of your mind. You stay away from the things that will wreck your future. And you protect and provide for those that love you, including the people you stood up and turned around and applauded for. Because this trade will give you opportunities. How many times have y'all heard this? Life-changing opportunities. But it can also give you enough rope to hang yourself with if you're not careful. Discipline, quiet confidence, and humility. Those are going to carry you further than any talent that you have learned here. Some of you are naturally gifted. Some people are strong, quick learners, and that's awesome. That's great. Everybody wants that, right? But I'll tell you what lasts longer than that. Discipline. The guy who shows up every day. The guy who keeps his head right. The guy who does the job right and doesn't cut corners even when nobody's checking on him. The guy who is not the loudest, not the flashiest. The one who knows how to do the job, knows how to treat people. The man who is a mentor to help others and doesn't brag or boast about it. That guy, that's the guy that's going to move up. He's the most consistent, which makes him what? The most dependable. Remember why you started this. There's going to be days where you're cold, you're wet, you're tired, you're questioning everything and every reason that you got into this industry, fellas. On those days, you have to have a reason. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's building a better life, your livelihood for your loved ones. Maybe it's proving something to yourself. Whatever it is, don't lose sight of that, because this career can change your life if you stay focused long enough just to let it. Closing, guys, I want to say to y'all that you've already done something that a lot of people will never be able to do. You've showed up. You put in the work, and you got to where you are now. But this is just the start. This is just the beginning of everything in your career. From here on out, it's going to be about your effort. It's going to be about your attitude. It's going to be about your character. So go out and earn it. Be the guy that everybody wants on their crew. Be the guy that people trust. Be the guy that does things right, even when it's hard, even when it's easier to go the other route, and even when no one is watching. Be worth that $2 investment by doing the right thing and remembering why you're doing this. Most importantly, be more than a lineman. Be a good man that people can count on. I am very proud of every one of you and privileged to have had a small part in the beginning of your journey. Thank you. And since I lost the bet, Caden, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a short film, kind of what the guys have been going through over the last 15 weeks that our marketing department has put together. And after that, we'll have Miss Lori Ramsey come up and begin our commencement.
and lower it for me. Rude. You're fine. Well, good afternoon, family and friends. I'm going to read, otherwise I'm going to cry. Again, my name is Lori Ramsey, and I had the privilege of working with the electric power team for the last 3 years, with class 25 being my final class. I've had a front row seat to one of the most remarkable things that you will ever witness, and that is meeting with the families. First and foremost, a lot of you in this room I toured with and became instant family. So being able to see the early mornings, the hard work that goes into this, I can't say it enough. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And with that being said, we're not going to waste any time. Gentlemen, please rise. They clean up so nice, don't they? See if they can follow directions. They did good. There you go. All right, guys, you ready? Colden Adcock. Anderson Acock. Sheroy Brooks. Bryson Brunson. Brant Burns. Zach Cannon. Coy Elliott. I'm not. Tito Garcia. Caden Heron. Brock Jenkins. Wesley Johnson. Parker Nunn. Cheering section. That's impressive. Luke Rice. Texas boy. Jonathan Ryder. Diego Sanchez. Holden Valdez. Hunter Vance. Jason Witt. Garrett Zaucha. I was going to leave you hanging.
Are we gonna wait on Garrett, y'all? Or just go? Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. So it begins. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for making this what it was today. I know it means a lot to your family members and stuff. It means a lot to us as well. Without support, without family behind these young men, none of this is possible. Thank you so much for entrusting us with your family members. Thank y'all for choosing us, guys. Now remember what I told y'all about 90% instructor, 10% friend. That all changes after today. It goes from 10% to 90%. Right on? So y'all remember that. You've got Kevin's, Kenny's, John's, my information. Anytime, day or night, you reach out to us. You're a part of it now. You're a part of the family. You have been for a long time. But now it's just kind of official because a piece of paper says so, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now, once we end the ceremony and stuff, please feel free to use the backdrops to take photos with your family members and things. There is cake, some punch and stuff over here. We'd really like to y'all to jump into, especially you young people. Just get jacked up on sugar before we go back to the hangar and stuff. And then, ladies and gentlemen, probably around 2-ish, 1:45, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, the bus will be back. We'll grab the students. We'll head back down to the hangar, and we'll do our final climb as a group. Guys, make it worth it, right? Remember, this may be the very last time you all climb together, right? So keep that bond. Keep doing what you're doing. It's been a privilege. All right? Thank you all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.